Want to build a stronger bond with your puppy pretty quickly? Watch this video for 2 games to play with your puppy that will help you build a stronger bond together. Michelle here with How to Train a Dream Dog. I'm the creator of 30 Days to Puppy Perfection, our signature online puppy training program, where you can train your puppy from the comfort of home. For the best puppy training tips and tricks, subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit the bell to stay notified when I post new content each week. If you're wondering how to get your puppy to tune in to you faster or come running when you call, "Come here," then you need to work on building a better bond with your puppy today. By the end of this video, you'll have 2 simple games you can play with your puppy anywhere. I've shared these games with thousands of my students, and I want to share them with you too. The best way to get your puppy to tune in faster is to start training them. Training doesn't have to be boring. I love to make training game-like, so my puppies want to come back for more. Keep in mind, your puppy doesn't understand commands when you first bring them home. So if you're asking them to do something and they aren't responding, it isn't that they're ignoring you. Most times, it's because they don't fully understand what you're saying. The games I'm sharing with you today start to get your puppy to want to learn what those words are when you teach them, because they will be more eager to learn from you when they're having fun. Let's dive into game number 1, Button Pusher. The goal of this game is to get your puppy to touch your hand on command. This is a very useful game to play when you need to keep your pup's attention, say at the vet's office, or when you need to get your dog in or on something, such as the scale, and they're too focused on what's going on below their feet. This game helps them refocus on you and pushing the button. In this game, you're going to pretend your hands are the buttons on a vending machine. One hand will be the button hand, and the other hand will be the dispenser. Grab your training treats and leash up your dog. I have a link to my favorite training treats in the description below. Start by rubbing a tiny piece of treat on the button hand, and then take your other hand and hide it behind your back. The dispensing hand only comes out when your dog has pushed the button. As soon as your dog sniffs your hand or bumps your hand with their nose, you're going to click, if you're using a clicker, or use your verbal marker word such as yes or good. The clicker is also in the description below, and you can grab yours there. Remember, click or mark the exact moment your dog bumps your hand and immediately deliver one treat to your pup. Make sure you deliver the treat close to the button hand. This helps your dog understand that bumping the button is exactly what you wanted them to do. Don't try to push your hand at your dog, as this is likely going to get them to back away and not want to play the game again. It's important that you don't say anything while you're waiting for your pup to figure this out. The only time you say anything is when your pup bumps your hand. You'll want to get your pup to the point that they are rapid fire bumping your hand. Then you'll know it's time to switch hands. Once your dog fully understands what's going on, you're going to start to put the command, touch, to this game. Your dog does not know what touch means just yet. You're in what we call the word association phase of learning. This means you're pairing a word with a behavior. This is how we get our dog to eventually learn that when you say a word, it means they should follow. We call that the command phase. You'll be tempted to ask your dog to touch right out of the gate. Don't do it. Wait until they understand that touching your hand is the correct behavior before you start calling it something. Once your dog starts to understand that touch means bump your hand, this can take anywhere from 30 to 100 repetitions, then you want to start to ask your pup for the touch command. As soon as they bump your hand, you'll click and use your marker word. Your dog now knows how to touch on command. Play this game in different rooms or different locations and at various times with different levels of distractions going on. Always start with low-level distractions and gradually work up to higher-level distractions. We want our dogs to be more focused on us and the button pushing game than anything else going on around them. Next up is a super fun game that I want you to take very slow. This game is introduced in phases and should not be played all at once or on the same day. Let's dive into game number 2, Target. The goal of this game is to get your pup to run and touch the target pad on cue. This is actually one of the games we start with when we introduce dogs to the sport of agility. But today, we're going to use it just a little bit differently. You can use the target to get your puppy more focused on you at the vet's office, or you can send them away from the door when company comes over. You can toss the target away and make them go to the target instead of racing to the guests and jumping all over them. You could even use it to lure your dog back to you if they got loose, since they'll know how to play this fun game. It's also just a really fun game to play with your dog, anywhere, since the target is easy to pack up and take with you anywhere you go. In this game, you're going to grab a target. I use a white or yellow tub drain cover. I put the link to a good target in the description below. You want to use something that can be easily seen by your dog. It can be tossed from you without rolling away or getting blown away if you happen to be playing this game outside. The drain covers make an excellent target. Okay, you've got your target and your training treats, right? Make sure to leash up your dog. We want to leash up our dogs because they may get confused and walk away. We want to keep them engaged, and with a little help, they will be able to figure out this game in record time. All right, phase 1 is all about teaching them to bump the target that you're holding in your hand. Make sure you hold the target so your dog can't actually touch your hand. If you've played the button pusher game first, they'll likely want to try to get to your hand as that's the last game they learned. You may need to tilt your hand or maneuver it so they only bump the target. When they do, click and mark that with your clicker and yes, or good. Remember, your treat hand goes behind your back until it's time to deliver the reward. Once they have a solid understanding of bumping it in one hand, switch hands. Phase 2 is all about teaching them the word target. This means you're going to only say the word when they're actually touching the target with your nose. As your nose touches the target, say target. Do this several times until they understand that touching the target is exactly what you want. Phase 3. I want you to hold the target in several positions and get your dog to follow the command target. Remember, when they touch the target, immediately click and reward. Phase 4. This will be played on another day, maybe tomorrow. It's important to let the previous phases or steps sink in before playing the next phase of this game. In phase 4, we want to teach them that the target can also be touched when it's on the floor. So you're going to put the target on the floor in front of you and point to the target while asking for the command. Now, this part is huge. Do not feed them from your hand after they've touched the target or bumped the target. Only feed them from off the target. The goal is to get them to go back to the target and stay at the target, not come running back to your hand. Eventually, we're going to toss the target away from us, and they'll have to go to it and touch it on command, not come running back to you every time. Do not push ahead. This is very common as we get super excited about the new skill our dog is learning, and we tend to push a little too far too fast. In order for your dog to get to the point of tossing it away from you, you're going to have to slowly increase the distance between you and your target gradually. So, day 1 might be right in front of you, and day 2 might be a foot away. Day 3 might be 2 feet away from you, and so on. Remember, you're still feeding from the target, not your hand. Now, there are several other games we can play once our dog knows target, but we'll save those for another video. Remember, go slow when introducing these games to your dog. Don't forget, there's a difference between the word association phase and the command phase. If you're looking for additional training tips and tricks for you and your dog, be sure to join my Facebook group, Puppy Training with Michelle Lennon. Make sure you subscribe to my channel too. You don't want to miss when more games or training videos come out. If you like this video, please let me know by hitting the like button and share it with another new puppy owner so they can learn all about puppy training games too. Oh, I almost forgot. If you're interested in learning more about how you can train your puppy at home, and you want to know more about 30 Days to Puppy Perfection, just click the link in the description.